There's no rest for the wicked until you're forced to take a rest. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy Hritz here. Courage pays better than fear trading. Happy Saturday. It's been a minute since I've posted here on the channel because I've been forced to take a rest. This past week, our family, we had a trip planned. It was a lot of fun, but I got sick and the pace that I was pushing at finally caught up to me, and I got a bug last Sunday, carried through. Really, I'm still dealing with it now. Was at its worst on Thursday, finally on the mend, but was forced to take a break. And those 4 a.m. wake ups, the pushing with physical challenges, all of that just caught up to me, and the universe said, time for you to slow down, sir. And that explains my absence. And periods of rest are good things. And I'm sure a lot of you out there who are hard chargers, it's hard to, take some time off and slow down. I know it's very difficult for me because there are so many things that you want to accomplish and do, but it's important. And as much as I want to try to defeat that and overcome it and continue to push, sometimes you just gotta slow down. And it's a good metaphor for the markets too, actually, and just kind of bringing this into trading and investing and what's been happening in the markets. If we go back to not this Friday, but the Friday before, we had that large sell down off of Trump announcing new tariffs on China. And really the bullishness of the market has been forced to take a rest. And this past week, we had some bullish days. We had some moves higher, but really we've just been trading inside of that large bearish engulfing candle that was printed on that Friday, and we haven't been able to break out of it. But here's the thing, it's not even a 5% pullback, it's a little over 3%, and there could still be more room to the downside to go, and we'll have to see if we get that, because we know October typically is a weak month, and the dips or bear markets bottom at the end of the month, but we have a lot of potential positive catalysts on the way with earnings starting this coming week. Netflix reporting on Tuesday, Tesla reporting on Wednesday, and then the week after, you'll get the other big boys from the Mag 7 reporting, Apple, Amazon, Meta. So there potentially can be a lot of good news coming into the market from these earnings reports. So we have to just wait and see what's happening there. But on the flip side, the risks are still out there because the markets are so volatile right now, because there's a lot of fear out there. They are sensitive to the slightest bit of negative news. So any type of comment from Trump and his administration about trade deals with China, about the tariffs, it can send the market down. And so we have to be aware of that and trade with our head on a swivel and be mindful of that. And we'll see if the rhetoric lessens. And we saw on Friday that Trump did make some comments that he doesn't see the 100% tariffs coming to fruition, that there will be a deal achieved before then. And that gave the market some hope. And we saw the VIX drop pretty significantly on Friday into the close. The VIX printed a very bearish candle So we saw that fear drop a bit. So we'll see what happens, how we open with futures on Sunday night at 6. And then taking a look at the crypto markets. After hitting that new all-time high, we've just seen big, massive drops come in the crypto space. Bitcoin trading around 105, 106,000 today. Gold was at an all-time high. That actually started to sell down on Friday. So we'll see if we'll get a rotation out of gold into Bitcoin and into equity. So paying attention to all that to see what's going to play out here. And there are a lot of tickers out there that I'm watching right now. One in particular is Amazon, which is at its 200 simple moving average on the daily chart. It's kind of clustering around there at a support. And their earnings report isn't this week, it's the week after. But you'd have to think with all the other Mag 8 stocks pushing as hard as they have, that it's just a matter of time before Amazon gets tagged and they start pushing. So maybe their earnings report will be that catalyst. So definitely watching Amazon and where it's at, see if we can get some strength that comes in, but it's been beat up pretty good. And the other one I really want to watch is Netflix, and they're going to be reporting on Tuesday at market close. And if you remember their last earnings report, they got down, and they've really just been kind of moving sideways, haven't been doing a lot here recently. So we'll see what kind of reaction we get from their ticker, if they're going to move higher. And typically, once Netflix gets up and running again, that, at least for me, from what I've experienced with the charts, is once Netflix gets going, it's almost like an indicator that the rest of the market will follow suit. So that is definitely a report I'm going to be paying close attention to on Tuesday. So, but anyway, folks, wanted to get something recorded to let you know, yes, I'm still alive. I'm getting better, recovering. And we'll be back with a whole new round of content coming on Monday, because I will be back in the saddle. But until then, make it a great day and honor the moment.